The earth beneath our feet, seemingly solid and unchanging, holds a secret power, the power to unleash fiery devastation from its core. This hidden force, often lying dormant for centuries, can suddenly awaken, transforming serene landscapes into scenes of chaos and destruction. Volcanoes, these breathtaking geological giants, have captivated and terrified humanity for millennia. Their majestic peaks and smoking craters are a constant reminder of the dynamic nature of our planet. From ancient myths to modern science, volcanoes have always held a place of fascination and fear in human culture. Their eruptions, a raw display of nature's might, have shaped landscapes, altered climates, and even threatened the very fabric of civilization. The power of a single eruption can be so immense that it changes the course of rivers, creates new landforms, and even affects weather patterns across the globe. Today, as scientists analyze the Earth's restless pulse, a chilling warning emerges. We are living in the shadow of a potential volcanic catastrophe, one that could unfold within this century. Advances in technology have allowed us to monitor volcanic activity more closely than ever before, revealing unsettling signs of potential future eruptions. Recent studies paint a sobering picture. Researchers warn that the probability of a magnitude 7 volcanic eruption, an event of colossal proportions, is significantly higher than previously thought. Such an eruption would not only devastate the immediate area but could have far-reaching effects on a global scale. This realization is a wake-up call, reminding us of the immense power that lies dormant beneath the Earth's surface, waiting to awaken. The quiet, seemingly inactive volcanoes are not to be underestimated, as they hold the potential to unleash unimaginable destruction. The consequences of such an eruption would be far-reaching and devastating. Entire communities could be wiped out, infrastructure destroyed, and the environment severely impacted. The economic and social repercussions would be felt for years, if not decades. From immediate threats like pyroclastic flows and ashfall, which can obliterate anything in their path and make breathing difficult, to long-term challenges like global cooling and famine, which can result from the massive amounts of ash and gases released into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and disrupting agricultural cycles. The impact on human civilization could be catastrophic. Entire populations might be forced to relocate, and the global economy could suffer immensely. This is not a matter of if but when, and the world must be prepared. Governments, scientists, and communities need to work together to develop comprehensive preparedness plans, ensuring that when the next major eruption occurs, we are ready to face the challenges it brings. Volcanologists, those who dedicate their lives to understanding the fiery heart of our planet, are increasingly concerned. Their research indicates that we are entering a period of heightened volcanic activity. The Earth's tectonic plates, constantly shifting and grinding against each other, are building up immense pressure beneath the surface. This pressure, seeking release, is fueling a surge in volcanic activity worldwide. While predicting the exact timing and location of a major eruption remains a challenge, the statistical likelihood is undeniable. Scientists estimate that there is a 1 in 6 chance of a magnitude 7 eruption occurring within this century. To put this into perspective, this probability is comparable to the risk of a catastrophic asteroid impact. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. A magnitude 7 eruption would dwarf any volcanic event witnessed in modern history. The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, a relatively minor event compared to what scientists now predict, serves as a stark reminder of the potential devastation. In 1815, the seemingly tranquil island of Sumbawa in the Dutch East Indies was rocked by an eruption of unimaginable fury. The island, known for its serene landscapes and peaceful environment, was suddenly transformed into a scene of chaos and destruction. Mount Tambora, a once unassuming peak, roared to life, ejecting a massive column of ash and debris high into the atmosphere. The eruption was so powerful that it could be heard thousands of miles away, and the sky turned dark as ash spread across the region. This catastrophic event, the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history, had a profound impact on the world. The sheer volume of material ejected was staggering, and the effects were felt far beyond the immediate vicinity of the volcano. The immediate aftermath was devastating. Pyroclastic flows, superheated currents of gas and volcanic matter, raced down the slopes of the volcano, incinerating everything in their path. Entire forests were flattened, and rivers of lava carved new paths through the landscape. The eruption claimed the lives of tens of thousands of people and buried entire villages under a thick blanket of ash. Homes, crops, and livestock were destroyed, leaving survivors to face a harsh and uncertain future. The global consequences were equally severe. The massive injection of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere triggered a phenomenon known as a volcanic winter. This led to a significant drop in global temperatures, disrupting weather patterns and causing widespread climatic anomalies. Global temperatures plummeted, leading to widespread crop failures, famine, and social unrest. Communities around the world struggled to cope with the sudden and severe changes in their environment, and the social fabric of many regions was stretched to its breaking point. The year 1816 became known as the Year Without a Summer, a chilling testament to the far-reaching impacts of a major volcanic eruption. The skies remained overcast, and the sun's warmth was diminished, leading to a year of hardship and suffering for countless people across the globe.
Section 4. A collision of catastrophes. As if the threat of a massive eruption were not enough, scientists warned that the effects of such an event would be significantly exacerbated by the ongoing crisis of climate change. The interplay between these two global threats creates a dangerous feedback loop, amplifying the potential for catastrophe. Climate change, driven by human activities, is already pushing global temperatures to unprecedented levels. This warming trend is disrupting weather patterns, intensifying natural disasters, and threatening the delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems. In the event of a major volcanic eruption, these existing stresses would be amplified, with potentially disastrous consequences. The massive release of greenhouse gases from a volcanic eruption would further accelerate climate change, leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and widespread ecological disruption. The combined effects of these crises would be devastating, pushing human societies and natural systems to their breaking point.
Section 5. Ring of Fire, Ring of Risk. The Ring of Fire is a term that evokes both awe and fear, encapsulating the raw power and potential devastation of volcanic activity. Certain regions of the world are particularly vulnerable to the threat of volcanic eruptions. These regions are often marked by frequent seismic activity and the presence of numerous active volcanoes. The so-called Ring of Fire, a 40,000-kilometer, 25,000-mile horseshoe-shaped zone encircling the Pacific Ocean, is a hotbed of volcanic and seismic activity. This area is responsible for about 75% of the world's active and dormant volcanoes. This volatile region is home to some of the world's most dangerous volcanoes, including Mount Vesuvius in Italy, Mount Fuji in Japan, and many others that have shaped human history and geography, and Mount Rainier in the United States. Each of these volcanoes has its own unique characteristics and history of eruptions, posing significant risks to nearby populations. Indonesia, located within the heart of the Ring of Fire, faces an especially high risk. The country's position on multiple tectonic plates makes it a hotspot for volcanic activity. Home to over 130 active volcanoes, this densely populated archipelago nation is particularly vulnerable to the devastating impacts of an eruption. The proximity of these volcanoes to populated areas increases the potential for catastrophic loss of life and property. The 1883 eruption of Krakatoa, a volcanic island located between the islands of Java and Sumatra, serves as a chilling reminder of the potential for disaster. This eruption was so powerful that it was heard thousands of miles away and had global climatic effects. The Krakatoa eruption, one of the deadliest and most destructive volcanic events in history, claimed the lives of over 36,000 people. The eruption's impact was felt worldwide, with dramatic changes in weather patterns and temperatures, generated tsunamis that devastated coastal communities, wiping out entire villages and causing widespread destruction, and plunged the region into darkness. The ash cloud from the eruption blocked sunlight, leading to a significant drop in temperatures and affecting global weather patterns for years. Indonesia's geographical location, combined with its high population density and limited resources, makes it a focal point of concern for volcanologists and disaster management experts. Efforts are ongoing to monitor volcanic activity and develop strategies to mitigate the risks associated with living in such a volatile region.
Section 6. Supervolcanoes, a threat beyond imagination. While the threat posed by conventional volcanoes is significant, there exists a category of volcanoes so powerful that their eruptions can reshape continents and plunge the world into darkness. These geological behemoths, known as supervolcanoes, possess the ability to unleash eruptions thousands of times larger than any witnessed in human history. The Yellowstone supervolcano, located beneath the idyllic landscapes of Yellowstone National Park in the United States, is perhaps the most well-known and closely monitored supervolcano on Earth. Scientists estimate that a full-scale eruption of Yellowstone would have catastrophic global consequences. A supereruption at Yellowstone would eject millions of tons of ash and volcanic material into the atmosphere, blanketing much of North America in a thick layer of ash, disrupting global climate patterns and potentially triggering a global famine. While the probability of such an event occurring within our lifetimes is relatively low, the potential consequences are so dire that the threat cannot be ignored.